In recent days, something has started to stir behind the scenes at Newcastle United, but no one seemed quite sure what was actually happening. Small signs, whispers in the corridors of St. James Park, and discreet movements at the training ground have caught the attention of the most observant fans, leaving a tangible sense of anticipation in the air. There was something everyone knew was important, yet it had not been officially revealed. The tension was palpable, and supporters could barely contain their curiosity about what was about to unfold at the club. As this anxiety grew, rumors began to emerge quietly, almost like a wisp of smoke spreading through the air. Discreet conversations around Tyneside suggested that significant decisions were being prepared, involving players who have been attracting attention in recent months. For those closely following Newcastle, there were clear indications that something major was coming, but nothing had been confirmed officially. It's exactly this kind of atmosphere that leaves fans hooked, eager to know more, imagining scenarios and building expectations. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, now's the perfect time to click subscribe and not miss a single detail of these developments. Behind the scenes at the Etihad Stadium, things were far from quiet as well. Reliable sources revealed to Team Talk that Manchester City is reportedly considering a surprising proposal involving both cash and players in an attempt to acquire a Newcastle United talent. The interest from Pep Guardiola's side has sparked a wave of discussion among pundits and supporters alike, as it would involve not just a multi-million-pound deal, but also strategic moves that could reshape the transfer window. Speculation is intensifying by the hour, and anxious fans are beginning to wonder who might be at the center of this unfolding drama. Among the names gaining prominence in recent months, one has stood out: Tino Livramento, a right-back just 23 years old, who has been carving out his place at Newcastle since his arrival in August 2023 from Southampton for £32 million. The young player, with strong defensive capabilities and remarkable pace, quickly became a key figure in Eddie Howe's ambitious project. Club insiders state that Livramento is part of Newcastle's long-term plans, with a contract running until 2028, but pressure from Manchester City could complicate matters. To make sure you don't miss a single moment of this story, click subscribe now and follow every step of this negotiation. We now reach the crux of the matter. Manchester City is reportedly planning to use James Trafford, the City goalkeeper, as part of a potential swap involving Livramento. Trafford, 23, a product of City's academy, is said to be interested in leaving the club and could strengthen Newcastle in a strategic deal. This proposal, not yet officially confirmed, would include financial compensation and represent a low-risk move for Guardiola, who could reinforce his fullback position without compromising his first-team squad. The revelation of this potential swap has completely changed the atmosphere among fans, adding even more tension and anticipation for the coming days of the transfer window. The impact of such a deal on Newcastle would be huge. Losing Livramento now, precisely when the team is vying for European competition places, could disrupt the club's momentum and raise questions about the board's ability to retain key players under financial fair play regulations. However, sources close to the board suggest that all offers would initially be rejected, reinforcing the stance that Livramento is untouchable. Meanwhile, the club is resuming negotiations to secure Trafford, who is also being pursued by Wolverhampton Wanderers. This dynamic places Newcastle in a delicate strategic position, balancing sporting ambitions with financial interests. The scenario involving City and Newcastle goes far beyond a simple player swap. It reflects Manchester City's growing financial influence contrasted with Newcastle's challenging but ascending stance. The interest in Livramento is more than just a market move. It highlights the power that wealthier clubs exert over emerging teams. The winter transfer window promises days of tension, speculation, and potentially decisive choices that could impact not just Newcastle, but the entire Premier League. Tyneside supporters should stay alert. The outcome of these negotiations could shape the immediate future of the club. For the more attentive fans, it is worth noting that transfer expert Dean Jones has recently emphasized his expectation that another Newcastle star will reject Bundesliga offers and remain in Tyneside, signing a new contract. This demonstrates the club's intention not only to protect its talents but also to consolidate a competitive and stable squad for the coming years. The board's strategy therefore involves a careful balance between advantageous negotiations and maintaining a solid core of players. If you haven't subscribed yet, now is the perfect opportunity to make sure you don't miss any important updates. As supporters await the next chapters of this saga, internal sources confirm that any final decision still depends on external factors, such as contract approvals and potential interventions from other interested clubs. The tension behind the scenes at Newcastle is intense, with every City move, every agent conversation, and every Etihad decision under scrutiny. This climate of uncertainty keeps fans glued to news, videos, and social media, eager for each update that might hint at the future of Livramento and Trafford. Ultimately, this story serves as a reminder of the complexity of Premier League negotiations, where emerging talent, strategic interests, and financial power intersect in an unpredictable dance. Each decision can create ripple effects for both clubs and players involved. For Newcastle fans, the key is to stay informed, follow reliable sources, and of course, subscribe to the channel to receive immediate updates on every new development in this negotiation that promises to shake up the season.